Here's something that'll make you question everything you thought you knew about luxury cars. While everyone's been obsessing over European badges and American electric dreams, there's been this quiet revolution happening on the other side of the world. Cars with features so advanced, they make traditional luxury brands look outdated. Technology so cutting edge, it feels like we're living in two different timelines. And the prices? Well, that's where your jaw's really gonna hit the floor. Stay with me because what you're about to discover will completely change how you think about the automotive industry. By the time we're done here, you might be wondering why anyone would drop 6 figures on a German sedan when there are alternatives out there that offer twice the tech at half the cost. Let's dive in. Picture this. You walk into a parking lot and spot what looks like a 6-figure luxury coupe. Aggressive stance. Razor-sharp LED headlights that give off serious predator vibes. A fastback roofline that flows like water. You're thinking to yourself, that's gotta be at least 40 grand, probably more. Then someone tells you it costs $15,000. Your brain short circuits. That's exactly what happens when people first encounter the Chang'an Univ. This thing shouldn't exist at its price point, yet here it is, making fools out of established brands. The front end looks like it's ready to devour anything in its path. Those LED strips up front aren't just for show, they're making a statement. The side profile? Pure coupe elegance with proportions that rival vehicles costing 3 times as much. And when you swing around back, you're greeted by an integrated spoiler, a light bar stretching across the entire width, and actual functional exhaust tips. Not the fake plastic nonsense you see everywhere else. Pull this up anywhere in a major city and people will genuinely think you're driving some unreleased concept vehicle. The exterior alone is enough to turn heads, but wait until you see what's waiting inside. Step through those doors and reality bends a little. Multiple screens everywhere. A fully digital instrument cluster sits right where you need it. A massive central display angled perfectly toward the driver. And here's the wild part. There's even a third display strip running above the dash giving you performance data and navigation details. It legitimately feels like sitting in a fighter jet cockpit. The steering wheel looks pulled straight from a concept car showcase. Flat-bottomed, chunky, futuristic. Touch controls everywhere. Premium leather wrapping. Sports seats with bolstering that makes you feel locked in and ready for action. The stitching detail would make you swear you're in something costing 50 grand minimum. Ambient lighting that you can customize just like in vehicles from prestigious German manufacturers. Meanwhile, most sedans on American roads are stuck with interiors that feel like they're from a decade ago. But here's where it gets really crazy. This isn't just about looking good. The technology package includes adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assistance, automatic emergency braking, and semi-autonomous driving capabilities. In the States, you'd need to spend upward of $50,000 just to get those features bundled into a luxury badge. And it's practical, too. 4 full-size doors. Legitimate backseat space. Real trunk capacity. It's like someone took everyday usability and wrapped it in weekend excitement. You get your responsible commuter car Monday through Friday, then your head-turning machine when you want to make an entrance. Now let's pop the hood and see what this thing's really about. The base engine is a turbocharged setup cranking out around 185 horses. Want more? There's a bigger turbo option pushing approximately 230 horsepower. Pair that with a smooth dual-clutch transmission, and you've got something that actually responds when you hit the gas. 0 to 60 happens in about 7 to 8 seconds depending on your configuration. Not supercar territory, obviously, but definitely quicker than the boring family sedans clogging up suburbs everywhere. Fuel economy sits around 35 miles per gallon when you're driving sensibly. And there's even a hybrid variant in development, because efficiency matters just as much as performance these days. So here's the million-dollar question. Actually, make that the $15,000 question. After everything I just described, what do you think this costs? If it wore a European badge, you'd expect 40 to 50,000 easy. The reality? It starts at just 15 grand. That's literally half what you'd pay for a basic economy car from established manufacturers. That's less than most people spend on used vehicles. And before you think they cut corners on safety, think again. Airbags everywhere. Electronic stability systems. Traction assistance. Collision avoidance technology. It's even scored solid marks in crash testing. You're not buying flash without substance. You're getting both. Now I know what some of you are thinking. This sounds too good to be true. Trust me, we're just getting started. Because what comes next makes this look like child's play. Imagine a performance sedan with track-bred DNA, Brembo brakes, competition-grade suspension, power that embarrasses vehicles costing twice as much. Now imagine it priced like an entry-level commuter. Meet the Lynk & Co. 03 Plus. This is what happens when someone decides to take on European performance divisions and says, anything you can do, we can do better and cheaper. The exterior doesn't whisper anything. It screams performance from every angle. Up front, you've got this aggressive split headlight design. Slim LED runners sitting high with the main beams tucked below. It looks like something designed for combat, not your morning commute. The grille is blacked out and flanked by air intakes sharp enough to cut through anything. The hood has these flowing lines that look like muscles flexing. It's not trying to be subtle. From the side, the stance is wide and hunkered down. 19-inch forged wheels, blacked out looking like they belong on something from a tuner magazine. And those yellow brake calipers? Those aren't decorative. They're Brembos, the same brand you find on Italian supercars and German thoroughbreds. Swing around back and things get even spicier. Carbon fiber spoiler. Quad exhaust tips that actually produce sound. Not fake covers, actual functional exhaust. A diffuser that screams it's ready for the track. Put it all together and you've got something that looks like the offspring of a performance icon and a hot hatch, but somehow came out way more affordable. Now slide into that driver's seat. Bucket-style sports seats grab you tight. Not uncomfortable tight, but we're about to take corners at speed tight. The stitching uses bold contrast colors. Neon yellow or racing red accents. Pure competition vibes. The digital cockpit stretches across your field of vision. The gauge cluster is fully customizable depending on whether you're cruising, pushing hard, or just capturing content. The infotainment screen responds instantly. None of that laggy nonsense still plaguing vehicles from established manufacturers. The software uses gaming-level graphics. Swiping through menus feels more like using a premium tablet than a car system. Wireless connectivity for both major phone platforms because it's not 2015 anymore. Carbon fiber accents on the dashboard. Alcantara wrapping on the doors. A flat-bottom steering wheel with metal paddle shifters that click with satisfying precision. Ambient lighting transforms the cabin into something out of a nightclub. And the audio system turns this space into a rolling concert venue. Imagine your favorite tracks blasting through premium speakers while the quad exhaust growls outside. Now you might be wondering about real-world practicality. Good news. It's still a four-door sedan with legitimate rear seat room. The trunk is surprisingly deep. Suitcases, grocery runs, whatever you need. Basically, you get to play race car driver during the week and still handle family duties on the weekend. It's like combining a hot hatch with a sensible sedan in one package. Under the hood sits a turbocharged power plant tuned to about 265 horsepower and 380 newton-meters of torque. That's serious output, especially in a lighter chassis. 0 to 60 happens in 5.9 seconds. For context, that's quicker than base models from prestigious German manufacturers that cost nearly double. Top speed sits around 155 miles per hour. Not hypercar numbers, but remember, this is something you can drive every single day. Power routes through an 8-speed automatic with quick shifts. You can throw it into manual mode with those paddle shifters. Higher trims even offer all-wheel drive, meaning you can actually harness that power in any conditions. The suspension is tuned for handling, not just comfort. Lower ride height, stiffer dampers, performance rubber. This thing devours corners like they're breakfast. Let's play a game. Close your eyes and imagine this vehicle wearing a European badge. What's the price tag? 50,000? 60 after dealer markups? Here's where reality slaps you across the face. This performance sedan costs around $27,000. A performance machine with premium brakes, all-wheel drive, a turbocharged engine, and luxury technology for less than most mainstream sedans. That's not a discount. That's highway robbery in the best possible way, and safety isn't an afterthought. Adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assistance, blind spot monitoring, full airbag suite, radar-guided emergency braking. It even handles parking itself in tight situations. You get the excitement of a performance car with the peace of mind of something built by safety-focused manufacturers. The real question is whether vehicles this good will ever make it to Western markets. Some folks claim corners must have been cut somewhere. Others point out that with established partnerships, the engineering probably exceeds half the vehicles already on the roads. What do you think? What if there was a full-sized electric sedan with over 400 miles of range, a cinematic screen spanning the entire dashboard, and styling that makes established electric vehicles look outdated? And what if it cost less than a mainstream sedan? That vehicle exists. It's called the Geely Zeekr 001, and it represents what happens when you combine cutting-edge battery technology with futuristic design and engineering excellence. This isn't just another electric vehicle. This is proof that the future might not belong to the companies everyone expects. The real shock isn't just the range or performance. It's what happens when you open those doors and step inside. Because once you see that interior, you start wondering if maybe the automotive future belongs somewhere completely unexpected. The exterior doesn't play it safe. Up front, there's this closed-off face that flows perfectly into razor-thin LED headlights. The kind of lighting that makes it look like the vehicle is perpetually observing you with knowing eyes. A light bar stretches across the nose, giving serious futuristic vibes. The body lines are clean and aerodynamic. You can tell serious time was spent optimizing airflow. It's smooth in ways that make traditional sedans look like they're fighting the wind. The rear end features a full-width LED strip that curves like neon artwork. Clean bumper design with zero visual clutter. The kind of rear view that makes you turn around for a second look when walking away. Here's the crazy part. You'd expect this design language from ultra-premium manufacturers, not from something selling at mainstream prices. Step inside and it feels like someone dropped a concept car interior into a production vehicle. The first thing that hits you is this massive screen running across the entire dashboard. Navigation, entertainment, gaming, even a built-in AI co-pilot system that feels closer to science fiction than your typical connectivity suite. Passengers can watch content on their side while the driver gets dedicated information. Try finding that level of separation in established luxury vehicles. The materials include leather, suede, and ambient lighting that wraps around like you're in an upscale lounge. Seats that don't just heat and cool but actually massage you. In a vehicle cheaper than most mainstream electric sedans. There's even a fragrance system built into the vents. Voice control so advanced you can literally say you're uncomfortable and watch the vehicle adjust everything automatically. That's next-level integration. Don't think this is all technology and no practicality. This is a big vehicle, nearly the same length as established luxury sedans. Legitimate rear seat space where 3 adults can sit comfortably without fighting for legroom. The trunk is massive. Golf clubs, strollers, luggage for extended trips. It's not just a technology showcase. It's a proper family sedan that doesn't make you feel boring. The powertrain is built on a cutting-edge electric platform. Depending on the version, you're looking at up to 475 miles of range under testing conditions. Real-world numbers are somewhat less but still exceed most alternatives. DC fast charging can take you from 10 to 80% in under 20 minutes. Dual-motor all-wheel drive configurations available with 0 to 60 times in the mid-4-second range. Translation: it's quick, efficient, and has more range than established competitors for a fraction of the cost. The battery technology uses lithium iron phosphate packs, which offer better safety and longevity. No range anxiety here. Everything about this vehicle suggests serious engineering went into every aspect. For all of this, space-age design, the massive screen, the long range, the massage seats. You're probably estimating $60,000 to $70,000 minimum, right? The reality starts at around $23,000. That's literally half the price of established electric sedans. In Western markets, that's less than mainstream vehicles. A comparison between this and traditional options isn't even fair at this point. Safety features include Level 2+ autonomous driving with lane change assistance and adaptive cruise. Full airbag suite and high-strength body structure. 360-degree cameras and automatic parking. The vehicle literally parks itself. It's not just fancy technology. It's built to keep families protected. This represents more than just a vehicle. It's proof that the automotive future isn't being built where everyone expects anymore. Sleek, futuristic, practical, and priced in ways that seem impossible for what you're getting. The luxury spaceship nobody expected. What if there was a luxury sedan that looked like it rolled off a science fiction movie set? came with a massive panoramic smart roof, over 400 miles of electric range, and interior technology that makes established luxury flagships feel outdated. And what if it cost less than half what traditional luxury brands charge? That vehicle exists. It's called the Changan Avatar 12, and it represents pure flexing from manufacturers showing what happens when you combine advanced artificial intelligence, cutting-edge battery technology, and ambitious engineering. This isn't just another electric vehicle. This is a demonstration of capability. The real shock isn't the range, the performance, or even the luxury features. It's what hits you the moment you see inside this rolling showcase of tomorrow. By the end of this, you'll be asking yourself one question. Why don't these exist in every market? The design doesn't just look futuristic. It looks like it exists in a different timeline altogether. Up front, there's this ultra-smooth face carved like alien technology. The headlights are thin LED slashes stretching across the front like glowing architecture. At night, it doesn't just catch attention. It dominates the road. Check the profile. This isn't your average sedan. It's got this fastback coupe silhouette with a roofline so sleek it practically melts into the rear section. The proportions showcase a long wheelbase, wide stance, and low height. It radiates presence. Park it next to established electric sedans, and those suddenly look dated. Here's the detail that sends design enthusiasts into a frenzy. No rear window. The vehicle skips the back glass completely and replaces it with a digital smart mirror system. It's bold. It's futuristic. It makes the whole vehicle look like a rolling concept that somehow reached production. The rear end features a sweeping LED bar curving across the back like neon horizon lines. The whole stance feels planted, muscular, almost predatory. This isn't something you drive to blend in. This is what you choose when you want people staring. And trust me, they will. Step inside and you're basically walking into a futuristic living room on wheels. The dashboard features a full-width panoramic screen stretching from pillar to pillar. Navigation, driver information, entertainment, all seamlessly integrated. It makes single-screen setups look like children's tablets. The center console floats with minimalist design, featuring haptic controls and secondary screens that feel pulled from concept vehicles. Everything operates through touch, voice, or gesture control. No clunky buttons. No outdated plastic anywhere. The seats aren't just seats. They're thrones. Plush leather, ventilated, heated, massaging, and adjustable in more configurations than your furniture at home. Rear passengers get almost identical treatment. This offers proper chauffeur-level experiences. The audio system packs 31 premium speakers that literally transform the cabin into a concert hall. Imagine your favorite music with surround sound while ambient lighting shifts colors with the rhythm. Tell me established luxury brands can match that. And when you look up, the roof is one giant piece of smart glass that you can tint on demand. Clear sky during daytime, blackout privacy at night. That's technology you'd expect on vehicles costing 3 times as much. Don't let the flash fool you about practicality. This is a full-size luxury sedan with enough rear space for 3 adults to stretch comfortably. The long wheelbase means crazy legroom amounts. The wide stance makes it feel more spacious than some larger vehicles. Cargo includes plenty of trunk space plus front storage since it's electric. Weekend trips, bulk shopping, airport runs, no problem. It's the rare vehicle that manages to look like science fiction, but still functions like a family cruiser. The powertrain rides on cutting-edge electric architecture, co-developed with advanced technology partners. The numbers are impressive. Dual-motor all-wheel drive pushing up to 578 horsepower. 0 to 60 in just 3.9 seconds. This luxury sedan launches like a sports car. Testing range of 434 miles on a single charge. Real world closer to 350-370 miles. Still better than most alternatives. Ultra-fast DC charging handles 10 to 80% in just 20 minutes with the right infrastructure. And thanks to advanced software development, the vehicle's intelligence is smarter than most rivals. Adaptive cruise, lane changing, automatic parking. It's not just basic automation. It's nearly next-level autonomy. This isn't just an electric vehicle. It's a rolling computer with wheels. For something with futuristic looks, luxury flagship features, and competitive range, you'd expect 6-figure pricing, right? The reality starts at just $42,000. For context, that's less than mid-trim mainstream vehicles in Western markets. A vehicle that outshines half the luxury segment costs less than entry-level options from established manufacturers. Safety includes advanced driver assistance systems with automatic lane changes, smart navigation with detailed mapping and collision avoidance that reacts faster than most humans, plus the usual airbags, reinforced structure, and comprehensive camera suite. It's safe, intelligent, and built for tomorrow. The real question becomes whether vehicles this advanced at these prices will ever reach all markets, or whether some regions just aren't ready to accept this level of capability at these costs. What do you think? What if there was a vehicle that looked like a six-figure European performance sedan, drove like an established electric flagship, and cost less than a mainstream offering? Enter the Xiaomi SU7. The same company making smartphones just built a luxury electric sedan that's shaking the entire automotive world. And the real shock comes when you discover what's inside. From the front, you've got this sharp, aggressive face with slim LED headlights screaming premium pricing, except it doesn't carry that price tag. The stance is low, wide, and sleek. It looks expensive enough to pull up anywhere upscale. The side profile features smooth, flowing lines, frameless doors, and that coupe-like roofline, making it look more like a European Grand Tourer than a budget electric vehicle. Park this next to established luxury sedans, and most people couldn't tell which costs more. The rear design is perfectly executed. A full-width LED light bar, sculpted bumper, and subtle lip spoiler. It doesn't just look futuristic. It looks intimidating, like it's announcing its arrival as the new standard. While established manufacturers charge $80,000 to $100,000 for this styling, this delivers it at a fraction of that cost. Step inside and you're immediately surrounded by a cockpit that feels lifted from science fiction. Front and center sits a massive floating touchscreen running advanced operating systems. If you own devices from this manufacturer, the vehicle basically syncs your entire digital life into one dashboard. This goes beyond basic connectivity. This is complete integration. Behind the wheel sits a sleek instrument cluster and massive head-up display. And here's the wild part. Even rear passengers get their own screen. They can control climate, seat settings, and entertainment without bothering the driver. The seats wrap in high-quality materials with detailed stitching that looks pulled from established luxury manufacturers. They're heated, ventilated, and fully adjustable with memory settings. Ambient lighting offers over 256 customizable colors wrapping around the cabin, transforming night drives into full atmospheric experiences. The sound system, partnered with premium audio technology, basically creates a rolling theater. Imagine your favorite music blasting while the whole cabin vibrates like you're experiencing a live performance. Vehicles like this in Western markets easily command $80,000 to $100,000. Here it's available for less than half that price. That's why the future of luxury might not come from where everyone expects. Performance-wise, this delivers serious capability. The base version packs over 309 horsepower with rear-wheel drive hitting 0 to 60 around 5.3 seconds. Respectable performance. But the top-spec version features dual motors, all-wheel drive, and combined output of 673 horsepower. That's 0 to 60 in just 2.8 seconds. Faster than established performance sedans. Faster than most sports cars. Range reaches up to 510 miles under testing conditions, which realistically translates to over 400 miles in actual driving. Charging from 10 to 80% takes just 15 minutes on high-speed infrastructure. That's basically a coffee break. This manufacturer didn't just copy established players. They built something directly competitive. After hearing all that, you're probably thinking this must cost at least $60,000 to $70,000, right? The base version starts at just $30,000. That's cheaper than mainstream sedans in Western markets. The top-spec version with 673 horsepower still comes in under $45,000. A performance electric vehicle that looks like established. Luxury and outruns established performance. Offerings for under $45,000. The vehicle comes loaded with advanced driver assistance, including lane keeping, adaptive cruise, automatic emergency braking, and Level 2+ autonomy with advanced sensors. It's basically like getting features from multiple premium manufacturers combined into one vehicle. Inside, you'll find comprehensive airbags, reinforced crash structure, and one of the most advanced battery safety systems available. The manufacturer claims their battery technology can withstand punctures and extreme heat without catastrophic failure. That's significant because one of the biggest concerns people have with affordable electric vehicles is safety. This manufacturer wants everyone to know they're serious about protection. This represents more than just a vehicle. It's proof that technology companies can build automotive products that compete directly with established manufacturers. And they can do it at prices that seem impossible given the features and performance delivered. What we've just explored represents a fundamental shift in the automotive landscape. Vehicles with features that were unimaginable at these price points just a few years ago. Technology that makes established luxury brands look outdated. Performance that embarrasses vehicles costing twice as much. And styling that turns heads everywhere. The real question isn't whether these vehicles are impressive. That's obvious. The real question is what happens next. Will these manufacturers expand globally? Will established brands finally wake up and compete on value? Or will markets remain divided between regions that embrace this new automotive reality and those that stick with traditional options? One thing's absolutely certain. The automotive world is changing faster than most people realize. The brands building the future might not be the ones you expect. The vehicles defining luxury and performance might not wear the badges everyone assumes. And the prices that were once impossible are becoming reality. So what do you think? Would you take a chance on one of these vehicles if they were available in your market? Or are you sticking with established manufacturers no matter what? Drop your thoughts below because this conversation is just getting started. And if you found this eye-opening, make sure you're following along for more content exploring the vehicles and technology that traditional automotive media won't show you. The future is here. It's rolling on 4 wheels, and it's coming from places nobody expected. Hit that subscribe button. Share this with anyone who thinks they know everything about luxury cars. And remember, the automotive revolution isn't coming. It's already here. You're just now finding out about it. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.